like how it tastes. Shawty use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up in magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across. The 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 62 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The first carry for C.J. Prosise. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Watch the pass. Clear.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Jefferson in there to drop him for a loss on the play. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
Yeah, that was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eye eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said,
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark, excellent job on that play. A big loss, 18 yards. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Now it's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 70 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Jefferson picks up his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Mahomes looking downfield for Kelsey. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 67 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's good for another Seahawks. That's the end of the first quarter.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Chiefs 7.
I'm here all day. Watch time, watch time. Tight here, one left. Hey. Ankle. Got four down. He's crashing. He's checking.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up. 66,
Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, and this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Being chased out left. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, 45 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want him to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Yellow. Come on, Eddie. 54. Right, 54. Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 44 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To try again after the sack. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
On first down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Let's go, baby.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chiefs.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On third and long, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. It's Hill, complete. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Right there. 54 miles. It's a party now. It's a party. 15. General, West. Flare. Kill. Exit.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here.
Check, nickel. Hey, 43, 15. Check. Attack. Seam 6.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 6th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Third and long, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
6 man. Check curls.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Wilson forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Myers' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's McCoy. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 53 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll look to run for him with Williams. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Flushed out right. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
From midfield now, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 50. Move. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes being chased out left. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Emmanuel Ogbah able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson, he's going to run, but he's got a long way. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and it's picked. And he coughed it up, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is McCoy. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And what do they start thinking?
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, my wrist, one point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go from Seattle. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On first down, it's Carson. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 62 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate, big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 21. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 21, it's second and 10. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. They find some open field here.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
It's our time. It's our time. Switch.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Back to throw, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. To throw is Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but now it's third and goal. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Third and goal. Watson now to throw. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On second down now, it's Carson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Wilson, and that will be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
From the 29, Wilson, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Come on, man. Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Miller. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 7-7, our score after 1. On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And now he's going to use his legs. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Watson going to give this one to Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down. From the gun on third, Watson flushed out right. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
Get in the weight room. Out.
Watson on first down. Steps away to his left. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Here's Watson. The quick slant caught. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
After the sack, you could understand him maybe being a little bit nervous back there, a little skittish, but looked awfully decisive when he took off and ran.
Very decisive and picked up that first down in the process. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 40 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Watson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Watson now operating from the gun. The catch made by Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. It's complete to Hopkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, Watson flushed to his right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Wilson buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, switching gears, CD, I got to tell you, it's always sad now that football is over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Rolling to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
It's taken to the 26. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 44, Watson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jaron Reed, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. He finds Hopkins complete. Now the ball comes loose. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Now it's Watson. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 24 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They begin the drive with Johnson. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there, as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And an alley to run. There goes Duke Johnson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Here's Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Go, 4 down, 4 down. Push him back.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's got him in, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
First down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Further. Stand open.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Cut. Mike Twain. I got him.
To throw again. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Here we go.
On 4th down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Markevius Mingo picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Again, it's high. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They'll run for it. Hyde. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde. 53 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Whitney merciless, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. C.J. Prosise was the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14. The